Importantly for the FBI, and thanks to Vice President J.D. Vance's vision, he had an idea. He said, hey, you guys have a top 10 most wanted list for all gangbangers, terrorists, narco-traffickers, murderers, and rapists around the world. How about we have a top 10 list for most wanted fraudsters? So, Mr. Vice President, thanks to your vision, we're here to deliver. You see it here today. It is live officially on the FBI website. I want all Americans to take a look at these most wanted individuals and look at the amounts, the tens of millions and billions of dollars in fraud that they have decimated our societies from. We rely on you. Our best form of information is the American public. Take a look at this top 10 most wanted. Let us know any information. There is no bad piece of information. The only bad piece of information is the one you don't give us.
Welcome back. That was FBI Director Kash Patel today in Columbus, Ohio, debuting the FBI's brand new Most Wanted Fraudsters list. It's now live online on the FBI's website. It's got 8 so far, not 10. The list includes fraudsters allegedly involved in a $1.2 billion healthcare fraud conspiracy, and another fraudster generated at least $34 million stealing from Medicaid, from an illegal, basically set up an illegal gambling business. Joining us now from Ways and Means, Florida Congressman Greg Steube. Congressman, what do you make of the news today here?
Well, first, thank you to an administration that actually cares about people that are ripping off taxpayers. And we're finally having accountability for all of these different programs throughout the federal government where people for probably decades have been ripping off taxpayers and stealing millions and billions of dollars in these different programs, from burrito stands registered as hospices in California to child welfare in Minnesota to Medicare fraud to all of these different areas of fraud. And thankfully, we have an administration that's finally focusing on that and going after people that are ripping off the taxpayer.
So the Trump administration also today decertified Hawaii State Medicaid Fraud Control Unit. It brought in no indictments in 4 years, even as Medicaid spending went up nearly 30%. So what do you make of the administration decertifying Hawaii State Medicaid Fraud Control Unit? It means they're going to cut off federal funding to that unit. It was given millions of dollars annually.
That is the only way that we will be able to control these states that are allowing fraud to happen in their states, is by cutting off federal funding. You start cutting federal funding to all of these different programs in all of these states that are doing nothing to actually go after the fraud, that are doing nothing to actually administer these programs in a way that is prudent to the taxpayer, then absolutely, that is how you're going to get to the bottom of doing away with the fraud in these states.
Listen to CMS Chief Dr. Oz in the presser today on what's going on in Ohio. Listen to this.
Unfortunately, this area around Columbus is responsible in Franklin County for 1/3 of all of the $1.5 billion spent on home health care in Ohio. Think about that. 1/3 of all of the money spent on home health care in the entire great state of Ohio is generated here. That's 3 times what you would expect. There's a road very close to where we are, 288 home health care facilities in that several block area on that one road. We are naive to think that practices that were felt to be commonplace in other parts of the world wouldn't come to this great country if we didn't pay attention to some of the program integrity issues which were ignored en masse with the prior administrations.
Ignored en masse. What do you make of 288 home health care facilities on just one road in Ohio?
Yeah, Congress has to start holding these accounts accountable and taking money, federal money, away from these states that are not complying.
Got it. From Ways and Means, Congressman Greg Steube, love having you on the show. Good to see you again.